You get more than you thought you would, less, about the same? I know you did your board, your magnet board or whatever. What about that?
Yep, I mean, based off of where the line usually is drawn, that's kind of what we thought it would be. We don't have anybody that's sitting seriously on the bubble. Last year we had one of the first or second alternates, which that happens from time to time, that then you're sitting around for a couple of days seeing if, some miracle that they get in or something. But all of the 7 that we thought would get in, we obviously we were hoping for a little bit more, but we're also really happy with the 7 that we got.
Okay, what's going to be a good meet? It's an average meet. Yeah, we kind of didn't get it done. What's going to determine all that?
Well, I think we think that we're a top 10 team. And that's just what we think, and we've been in the top 10 for most of the year. We were 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. I think we're ranked 10th right now. So I mean that would be a good year for us. Obviously, we're always greedy for a little bit more, but for us, that's something that we're kind of shooting for. But it is going to be obviously a team effort. You can't go to a meet like this and just have 1 or 2 guys light you up. We need a whole bunch of guys.
I've asked Steve about Olympic gear. You ever notice over your career when it's an Olympic year, guys bring a little extra juice? I know you're not swimming the same distances and all, but
right.
A little extra juice in a national meet, knowing the big one is right after.
Well, I think there's, especially for the people that are making the top 8 in this event. Most of the people who are making top 8 in this event at least have aspirations, and of course you have a lot of international kids there too. So a lot of them are that's in the back of their mind. But once the meet starts, I'm not sure too many people are thinking about it.
Coming off of the SECs, just how have the guys maybe gained confidence from it, or are more inspired to maybe do better off their times?
Well, I think all of them think that they are better than SECs. I mean, obviously we had some good things happen, but it's just getting to the NCAA meet is ultimately what we're trying to do, and then really once you get there, as long as you can repeat what you just did at SECs, that's going to put you in a great chance, because it's hard to stay at your best for that long of a window, because everybody, of course, is trying to get on that peak performance, and the peak performance, I mean, your window's not months long; it's days or weeks. You hope it's weeks, and so we have a lot of guys that I know are. Feel like they have a lot more in them. I know for us personally, relays are something that we've, of course I've been coaching here a long time, but relays used to be what we did best at, and we haven't really put together our relays very well in a while. And it takes 4 of you, 4 guys at the same time being their absolute best, and that's my definition of putting it together. When you have 4 guys that it is their best performance, and they do it all at the same time. Same heat, same lane, they get it done. We haven't done that in a while. In our mind, we've probably underachieved a little bit on relays, and so for us, that's something that, on the coaching staff between Jason Calinog and Mike Walker and myself, we know we have the people to do it. But right now, our relays aren't scoring at the meet. Even though we're there, we're qualified to get there, but we need them to score. And so that's something that we know we can do, and we're going to be needing that, because it's hard to be top 10 if you don't have your relays with you.
Who's going to be the podium people beside Nelson? Who are you looking for?
Well, Sanchez can. I mean, he's seated within pretty high in both his events. He can. Connor Foote can. Of course, there's really never any guarantees on any of that. I mean, Baylor's certainly not guaranteed of that. I think he knows that. I mean, last year he made top 8 in his first event, and he was in the consoles the second event, and I know that bothered him. I know it bothered us, because we were kind of counting on that. And then on the last day he didn't score at all, which is very rare for Baylor to not really come through in clutch positions. Last year was a freshman, and so he did everything really well. I mean, he scored in 2 events, made championship final in one of them. But I know Baylor has some pretty high goals, and not scoring in 3 events is not on his not on his map. I mean, he's going to score in all 3, and it's not like any of those are going to be easy, for sure. I mean, he's got to earn it every single time.
What about your divers? Divers have been great all year long.
Divers have been, and I mean, especially when we have 4 good ones like we do right now, and obviously we've only had 3 qualify so far. but usually on any given day, one of those guys is really good. Victor is probably the one. He's scored more NCAA points for us over the last little bit. I mean, this is his senior year. He's usually pretty steady on the 1 and the 3 meter. So, and he's used to this meet. He knows what it is. He's competed internationally his whole career pretty much, and so Victor is somebody that we're going to be counting on quite a bit. And of course, we still have the platform today, so our 4th guy may wind up qualifying, which would be awesome. And actually, our 4th guy, Rhett Hensley, who hasn't qualified yet, he scored at NCAA's last year on the platform. So today's his deal. So we remain hopeful that we're going to get all 4 of them there.